Hey guys, this is Nishant, and in this video, I wanted to show you guys the page like feature in the audience insights and how you can use that feature to basically get some really solid targeting information. Okay, so once you enter your interest over here, which let's say we want to do nurse, I guess registered nurse. Once you insert that information here, your any keyword, well, you could pretty much choose any keyword you want, depending upon your niche. But for the sake of this example and this training, we'll focus on registered nurse. Uh, if you move to this particular tab where it says page likes, you are going to see some really cool information. So you're going to see some pages on Facebook that these people like and are most likely to like. So you can actually go to those pages, get some really cool information from those pages as well. Uh, and you can also see the top pages in different categories. The top categories. So you have in the magazine, you have the American Journal of Nursing. So that's another target that you can use on Facebook in your Facebook ads targeting and actually get a really good results. So like if you don't know anything about a particular niche, or if there's a niche and you don't know what to target, what keywords to target and how to target, this right here is a gold mine, because now all of a sudden you have access to all this information that you could use in your targeting and do really well with your campaign. So I'm going to show you some really cool things over here. So like as you can see over here in magazine, you have American Journal of Nursing. Now if you go to their page, I'm sure you're going to see some really good information out here on their page. You see some really good engagement on their page. 196 shares, 346 people like it. If you scroll down even further, you're gonna see 130 shares, 364 people like it. So a really a really well engaged page, a lot of engagement, a lot of fans on the page. 125,000 people like this particular page. So as you can imagine, if you put that in your targeting options, and if you can actually if Facebook actually shows this as your targeting as an option in the targeting, you can bet on the fact that you have a really good targeting option because of the so much engagement on this particular page. Only the people that are fans of nursing, or are that are nurses, or have something to do with nurses niche, are going to engage with that particular page because of the type of content that was posted there. So you have access to some really good information under the page likes category. So you have university, you have Chamberlain College of Nursing. So let's say if you're trying to target any nurses for a CPA offer, maybe for a scholarship offer, or maybe it's some other maybe it's a T-shirt that's directed to the students of any particular college, or maybe it's a generic student or nursing student T-shirt. Chances are, if you're going to target people from this particular college, it's going to do well because it's very popular on Facebook, and it's the top page for nursing school on Facebook. So that should tell you that there is a really good chance that the people that are engaging with this page are really targeted. So that's the other thing that you can get access to. Now you can also if you go to the staff nurse, that's under the public figure category. Now a lot of the times these categories are not properly categorized, because what happens is when somebody is setting up their page, they don't pay too much attention to what category to put it under, and sometimes they may make a mistake in picking up the proper category. So even though this right here, the category is good, don't just think that this is like the perfect one. So like if you go to the staff nurse, you have 134,000 people that like this particular page. But as you see, there is again some really good engagement over here. Again, 11 shares, 46 people like it, 722 shares, 2,862 people like this. Again, some really solid engagement. 683 shares, 360 shares, 162 comments. 1,813 people like this post. So a lot of engagement going on, and if you can target these pages, you have a potential gold mine on your hands. So again, you could get some really good targeting options. And the next part of this page like based audience information is this right here, the page likes and the affinity score. So you have all these, other pages and other targets that you have on Facebook that are basically very, very closely related to the registered nurse niche. And Facebook gives you an affinity score also. It gives you relevance and it gives you affinity score. I pay attention to the affinity score because that tells you that how likely is the audience, is, connected to your particular niche than compared to the overall Facebook audience. So the audience is 15.8 times as likely to like this than all the other Facebook people. So just right off the bat, if you just target these people, your targeting goes 16 times better than an average person's targeting. So what I like to do is I like to click on this and sort it out in the descending order, and I go for the topmost ones first. And as you can see over here, the relevance score is 11. The pages that are most likely to be relevant to your audience based upon affinity, page size, and number of people in your audience who already like that. And you know uh, I usually go for affinity, but as you see over here, 20.4, 19.8. American Journal of Nursing, the relevance is 19, and that tells you that it's actually a lot more, a very, very relevant page, 19 times more relevant than any other page. And 18.6 affinity. So go with the pages that have a higher affinity and a high relevance, and you're going to do really, really well. Now let's say that if we want to see some more targets, because this is just like 10 different targets here. Let's say we want to find out more targets. Well, as you can see over here, you have Night Nurse Nation and you have American Journal of Nursing, which you can use as another interest. So we'll put American Journal Nursing, and if we just remove the registered nurse over here, now you have I have advanced for nurses. Now you have pediatric nursing, the staff nurse, American Nurses Association. So all these things start to change here, and you get access to even more information. So Facebook literally hands you these golden nuggets. Facebook literally is handing you these targets that you can use for your targeting, for your any particular campaign, not just a t-shirt campaign. You can use these for running a physical giveaway campaign. You could run it for a digital product, maybe a CPA offer, anything that you want to sell to these people. It becomes a lot more easier because now you have access to the exact targeting information that you need, because Facebook is literally handing it to you through the audience insights. And what makes it even better is that now you can see the comparison. So over here the affinity score is 501, and over here it's 180. So these two pages are a lot more likely to be highly targeted as compared to any other page. And I always believe in split testing my different interests. And what this does is gives you access to so many different targets that you can split test, and whichever one do really well for you, those are the ones you should start focusing more in future also. Again, let's just if we want to focus on the pediatric nursing, let's just put pediatric nursing here. And once we put pediatric nursing over here, the things over here, they also change now. As you can see over here, you have NCLEX Mastery, you've got nursing crib. NCLEX Mastery wasn't there earlier, but now it is. You also have some other really good informations that you can find, and as you can see over here, this page all of a sudden started popping up nurses and nurses, because this wasn't there as the top target. Now it's the top target. So again, if you're trying to target the pediatric nurses, you have this particular page that you should go after. Orange standard scrubs, this page wasn't there, or at least I don't remember this having there, and now you see this page as well as another potential target. So again, Facebook is literally handing you all this really, really powerful information on a silver platter, and it's up to you now to take this information, start applying it, start playing with these interests, start just going back and forth and see what you can find playing with this very, very powerful tool. and hopefully do really well with your campaign. So guys, this is what you can do with the page like feature in the new audience insights. If you have any questions, I'm always happy to help. Hit me up on Facebook, email me, just let me know however I can help you, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.